Today I am going to talk to you about one book that I read that I finished a while ago. It was probably like last week. Yeah, last week. Didn't really have time to film a review, and now it says it's time to film a review. Let's get started. It is The Wonderful Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum. And this copy I did not read because it's kind of messed up, but I wanted to show you a cover. And I really like this book, but I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Number one reason why I gave this book a 3 out of 5 stars is the protagonist, Dorothy. And in the story, she doesn't really grow, she doesn't really grow throughout the novel. She's the same person. She doesn't learn anything. She's just the same person throughout the whole entire, and having this kind of adventure. It's kind of like Alice in Wonderland, except it's different because, obviously, she goes to another place, but it's not in her dreams. It's not in her mind. She's not really mental, and, The Wizard of Oz is obviously about Dorothy and how she goes into a cyclone and comes to the land of Oz and meets these fabulous characters, which is the Scarecrow, the Woodman, and the Tin Man. Now, the Scarecrow and the Woodman, if you've seen the movie, you know kind of the story. But this book, there's many differences between the book and the movie. First off, the shoes are silver, which to me is really important in the book, and I think most movie adaptations put the red shoes. I have seen one adaptation that actually shows the white shoes, the white silver shoes. So I imagined it quite different. Also, the way it's depicted in Kansas, it's very gray. It's very, not very great at all, because it's very gray and stuff like that. And then when she comes to the Wizard of Oz, she first meets the Scarecrow, then meets the Tin Man, and then meets the Lion. She also meets some different other characters. For example, another difference is that there are four witches in the novel, and there's actually 3 in the movies. Most movies only have 3, because they just seem to think that it's better. But actually it's 4 witches, and they each rule the north. There's one that rules north, one rules the south, one rules the west, the Wicked Witch rules the west, and one rules the east. Now, sometimes, like, the location is very weird in what areas they rule. Like, apparently the Wicked Witch of the East ruled where the Munchkins were, which was in the south, I believe. Or I don't even know. I have to have the map. I believe it's the south, but I have no idea. But, and also you meet different other stuff. You still see the Munchkins, which are described epically different. They are the same size as Dorothy herself, being a grown child, so I'm assuming she's like 12 or something. I'm assuming, though, because, if you think about a grown child, it might be 10, it might be 12, depending on how tall she is. And in this picture, she looks 12, but in other pictures, she looks younger than that, like maybe 7 or 8 or something. And so, definitely Dorothy looks that way, and she looks younger, and it says that the most people are short. They're short and fat. Most of the creatures are short and fat. So basically, we have the Munchkins, which is short, but they're older. They all have depicting old faces. And so it's really interesting that the Munchkins in the movie, MGM movie, were actually like, you know, short, but they were like actual, not Munchkins, but actual short people, midgets. And which wasn't really what they were. They weren't shorter than Dorothy, they were actually the same size as Dorothy. So, and the person who played Dorothy was an adult. So that doesn't make sense. But it was. I also, and I love this book. I really find it really intriguing. I really liked the character Oz and what he gave them. That was different than the movie. Oz gives the Scarecrow brains, like brams, and he puts pins and needles on top of his head. So therefore his head looks really chunky, like has a big huge brain, and it's really weird how I imagined it. And then the Cowardly Lion gets courage. He gets a drinking potion to allow him to have courage, and the Tin Man has a thing that's made out like a bird nest thing that gets placed in his heart and in his chest, as because they carve out his chest. So it's really interesting. They do have the same balloon where Dorothy goes into a balloon to go home, but she misses it because of Toto. That's still the same. And there's a lot of different background stories. I love the background story about the Scarecrow, how he was made, and the background story of the Tin Man and how he was kind of made into tin. And that's it. And I also loved how the books, they ended up ruling in different countries and different areas and kind of got what they wished, and I really liked that. I also liked the winged monkeys in this book. I think the winged monkeys were really interesting. It was very different from the theatrical movie, which the winged monkeys are evil in that movie, where they they're kind of evil in that way. But in this book, they are not evil. In fact, they are friendly, really, really friendly in this book. They also have a backstory, which I really love, and I want to know more about them. And I love the winged monkeys and stuff. So, yeah. And I also liked how they were kind of under control with the crown thing, which that would be really cool if they depicted that in the Wizard of Oz the movie, because you can definitely do that. You're just having actors dress up in costume, but you can actually do the crown thing. I think that's really fabulous, and have the witch do that. I think that would have been really good. So the Wizard of Oz is 3 out of 5 stars. Another thing about the plot that I really, really liked is how the Scarecrow always thought of very creative endeavors to get across different obstacles. And the lion was very brave, and he was always protecting Dorothy and stuff. And it was just a really good, cute story. This is L. Brom's first book, and it was published in, I believe, this version is published in 1983, but I think it was published before then, and this book is really the epitome of children's book. It really does teach us the values of, that we already have, what we already have, and it's a really, really, really good book. So, I really liked it, and I rated it, again, 3 out of 5. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. See you later. Bye!